Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. Finally returning to you now since Hurricane Milton is gone, and now I can get back to doing regular reviews because I got a lot to catch up on. Well, not too much, but a little bit. So, this is for the Offspring's new record, Supercharged, that I got a chance to listen to for myself for the past day and a half or so. And I'm going to let you know what I think of it overall. So, I'm going to discuss what I listened to for the Offspring's new record, Supercharged, and let you know my thoughts on this album as a whole for the 10 tracks and 32 minutes and some seconds. So let's dive into this album review. Now, basically, it starts with Looking Out for Number One, the opening track, and this one, I think there's some solid moments, but there's some weak moments for this track, so I'd have to give it a meh rating of a 3 out of 5. I'm not a fan of this one. I don't know. There's some people that like it, some people that don't. This one I'm just kind of in the middle with. I just don't know how I feel about it. Because Dexter sings it weirdly. Suckers are gonna win it or whatever. Something like that. There were some cringy lyrics from this song, and I was a little on the fence with this one. The monotone voice look thing was kind of annoying. It just made the songs kind of suck a little. So this is a 3 out of 5 for this one. Don't hate it, but don't love it. Light It Up is a great song for sure. Really enjoyed this one, so I'd give it a 5 out of 5. It was the second single for this album. It's an announcement and also the second single for the album's single cycle, basically. So basically, it's a strong track. I really enjoyed Dexter's vocals in this, and just the way the progression of the drum work sounds and the guitar work is pretty strong. So I really dig this track. Great single. The Fall Guy is actually a pretty good song. I'm actually growing a liking to it a little bit. So there's some moments where I think it's on the safe side, but it does sound pretty catchy. So 5 out of 5 for this one. I really do dig this track. It definitely rocks for sure. Make It Alright is kind of disappointing. I'm not a fan of this track. I don't know why. This one just, when I tried getting into it a little more, I'm just not feeling for the vocals from Dexter Holland. I don't know what it is, but it just, I think his last name's Holland. I can't remember, but Dexter's vocals are not really connecting with me too much. And just the way he's sounding overall. Yeah, Dexter Holland, that's his name. So basically, I think this track could have done a lot better. With the All I Want to Do Is to Fly Away with You. The ba-bas are fine, but it's just the way he says, no matter what, it's fine, and just the way he's singing some of the track, it makes it sound cringy a little, and playing it too safe with this one. I mean, some of it's alright, but then I have my cringe points, so this is a 2.75 out of 5. Disappointing. Okay, but This Is the Last Time is a good track. It's not terrible, but not one of the best songs. I'd give it a 4.5 out of 5. I do dig it in some areas, and then there's other areas where how he sings, Dexter Holland sings the basic chorus or whatever, and take me, and all that. Take me for a ride. It's okay, so 4.5 out of 5. I'm just on the safe side with this one. Truth and Fiction is a strong track. For 2 minutes, a flat 2 minutes of this song, definitely rocks. I love the drumming in this track from their new drummer, Brandon, I think. So, it sounds really good. And it's the song that leads into the third single, Come to Brazil, which I will be talking about that track in a second, because this one is a favorite of mine. So 5 out of 5. Come to Brazil is a pretty strong track too. Really dig this one. And the drum work in it is so good in this track, and the guitar work is really good, but the drumming in it is excellent. I really enjoyed the drum work in this track, and Dexter Holland singing in it sounded pretty good, so 5 out of 5. It was one of my favorite songs of last month, and still is a favorite. Get Some was alright. I'd give it a 4.5 out of 5. It kind of rips off the Carry On My Wayward Son melody in a way, and that is not a good thing. I mean, I know they're poking fun at some things, but you don't poke fun of a Kansas song and a Kansas melody. That kind of just rubs me off the wrong way. So, basically, it was in the bridge part where he did the kind of guitar work. It just didn't execute too well. I recognized it and I was like, fucking the Offspring ripping on a Kansas melody. It's just like, that's not cool. So, pretty much, I'd give it a 4.5 out of 5 for this track. It's not terrible, but it's not great. It's a good song, but it's has its cringe points. Hanging by a Thread is a strong track. Really enjoyed this one for sure. This is a 5 out of 5 for sure. I really dig this one, and how Dexter Holland sings this track sounds pretty good. So, and the drum work is pretty strong. So 5 out of 5. You Can't Get There From Here. It's a song that did grow on me, but it plays it on the safe side a little. So I think this is a 4.75 out of 5 for the closing track. Maybe it might grow on me a little more, I don't know. But it has grown on me a little bit. As the closing track, it's pretty strong in its own way. So it closes out the album fine. So, yeah. Overall production, mixing, and execution-wise, do I necessarily hate this record? No. But I think it's okay. Not one of the best Offspring records. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did have enjoyment for Let the Bad Times Roll, even though there were some cringe songs from that record. I think The Offspring has their good albums and their bad albums. This one is not necessarily bad, but it's okay. So, if I were to give this record its deserved score, I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's an okay record. The only reason why I'm giving it that rating is because Looking Out for Number One was one of the weak songs, but Make It Alright was the one that really downgraded the record, along with Looking Out for Number One. So, there were some tracks that really did kind of ruin this record. Only 2 songs ruined the record. Reception, and it's kind of disappointing because there were some strong bangers from this album's track list and all that. So I would say the songs I'd recommend listening to are Light It Up, The Fall Guy, Okay, But This Is the Last Time is a good track, so if you do like it, more power to you. Truth and Fiction is a strong one, Come to Brazil, Hanging by a Thread, and You Can't Get There From Here are the strong tracks from this record that I personally enjoyed. So, about 6 songs I enjoyed out of the 10. So, pretty much everything else was fine to meh and cringy. So, I think they played it a little too safe with this one. But 6.5 out of 10 for this record. I hope you enjoyed this return album review that I decided to make for you guys. I finally got my power back this afternoon, and I hope you enjoyed this album review for the Offspring Supercharged. I'll have more reviews coming to you very soon. Thanks for watching.